We've got to cross this snow bridge. It doesn't look very safe. What do you think?
I think you should go first.
Come over. It'll be all right.
Ah, what was that? I'd better follow you.
Talus, no! Don't! Oh no! Talus! Can you hear me? Are you hurt? I'll help you. I'm coming down. I'll get down there somehow. Don't you worry.
Help! Can anyone help me? Go away, ghastly monsters! Leave me alone!
That sounds like a job for me. I must quickly go and help him.
I thank you heartily, my savior.
My name is Melvin, and I was about to try and enter the tower over there.
I've tried to enter the tower of knowledge of all the ancient cultures, but...
Yes. Why don't we investigate the tower together then?
Oh no, I've had enough adventures for now, and I've had enough of the monsters. I'd rather make my way home where I'll just mind my own business. If you really want to enter the tower, then take this key. Well, then it's high time we said goodbye. Perhaps we'll meet again in more peace.
Fire and water arrows! With this ammunition, I'll make much greater use of my bow. At last! I finally made it to the Tower of Knowledge. With a bit of luck, I'll soon be able to rescue Talus. She must be half frozen by now. Wait, something's not right here.
What was that? Did I hear a voice? I must hurry.
Who was that? Sounded rather familiar. What was that?
I'm the guardian of the books here. I can't tell you my name. I must have forgotten it. I assume you want to enter the library?
I assume they're somewhere here in the tower.
You're right. Last time I wore my spectacles was at my burial, and that was quite some time ago now.
I've put a twig of belladonna in the bowl.
Now that looks better. It's
I believe I found your spectacles.
Oh, my spectacles. You've made me more than happy. At last I can browse through all these books again. Allow me to open the door for you. By the way, I have recently found this strange red crystal here. I'm sure it has magical powers because it's as though it actively resists remaining in my pocket.
I knew it. All the crystals belong together, and the 4 of them activate the Old One's machine. These priests must be Old Ones, just like Dagomar. If only I knew where the machine was, and, above all, what influence the falling rings have on the energetic magma.
Now, my young friend, welcome to the Tower of Knowledge. I'd better leave you to your own devices. Goodbye.
What's that? I must hide!
Move aside, you beast, or I'll...
Interesting. That looked very much like Dagomar, my mentor from the canyon. If he thinks Talus's fall is my fault, then he's greatly mistaken. Aha! What have we got here, wedged between the books? A scroll for a magic lightning bolt. Great! Dagomar must have left this here for me. The old devil. Sometimes I get the feeling he's my playmate, not my mentor. But hey, at least the lightning bolt is a first-class piece of kit. Perhaps I should use the urn to carry the ash. There! Now the ash is finally in the urn. There's an inscription on the door. Only truly wise men can open this portal. I've put the ash into the sacrificial bowl. Let's see whether this thing really works. The black pearl is now in the sacrificial bowl. There is nothing more for me to do.
A summons. That hasn't happened for eons. Has an old one finally found the way to us?
Yes. It's been a very long time since we were able to share our knowledge with anyone.
I wonder who this could be. He looks rather young.
My name is Melvin, and I called you because I need your help. A friend of mine has fallen into an icy gorge nearby, and I have nothing I can use to rescue her. I hope to find something in the laboratories in the upper part of the tower.
You mean to say you conjured us up just to ask for a password?
What? Wait, don't go! I need your help to save Gothos. Strange and threatening things are happening all over Gothos, and on my way here, I fought constantly with dangerous monsters from the underworld.
If it's true, then at least we ought to listen to him.
All right then. We'll help you. But first, I'll take the Book of Conjuring and destroy it. Our people were and are lost. This will be our last summons.
Listen well to what we are going to tell you about the past. In the time when we lived in Gothos and carried out our research, a great calamity occurred. The earth broke open, and hordes of ghastly creatures from the underworld covered our land with war and destruction. Only slowly did it dawn on us that we had brought this catastrophe upon ourselves, in that we had taken our research in Steep Tauren and elsewhere much too far. Then, we were developing the combined use of technology and magic.
What you've told me of the protective shield explains a lot. What I don't understand is why your people were doomed to destruction. And why do you regard me as an old one?
Both are simple to explain, my young friend. Creating the shield generator for eternity was the last great deed of a people who had, until then, followed the wrong path. As the circumstances of the catastrophe became clear, the High Council of Wise Ones in Helmataros decided that after the war, we should create anew our scientific and cultural life, since the exploitation of the magma and the combined use of magic and technology had nearly led to the total destruction of Gothos. Each citizen should be given the choice whether his future life would be based on magic or technology. And now it looks as though Gothos is again facing catastrophe. Despite the shield generator of eternity, the mana shield seems to be unstable, and the monsters are invading our world once more. Something must be done, or we will all be lost beyond hope. You see, you are the one who must save Gatos.
Then I'm really an old one? And I alone must save this world? But what about Talus?
Right, we'll do that. I'll open the gate to the laboratory for you. Meet me there. Now be on your way, Melvin. Go to Helmataros. Oh, if only along with your weapons you had a strong friend and protector with you like we once had Archon on our side. Ah, there you are. Excuse the numerous traps, but they are necessary. One of Aurelia's servants had a little accident here, the poor wretch.
I thank you, and I shall do my very best to succeed.
Oh, brr, I'm cold. Have you released me? I can't remember what happened. My brother, Yorkan, he froze me in. Deceived. Betrayed. But that must have been an eternity ago. Thank you for freeing me anyway. Who are you?
I'm sorry, but I believe all the other dragons are dead. It seems there was a traitor in this war, and they eventually fell victim to his machinations. As for me, I've never seen another dragon, apart from a rather rattling old dragon skeleton, that of Kohak Ran. Are you Archon, the great dragon prince? And what war do you mean?
Oh, yes. Now the memories are falling from before my eyes like dragon scales. Well now, Melvin, it seems you are not only the Technomage, but one of the last old ones. Tell me of the world, how it is, and what monsters there are that are trying to destroy Gothos.
I shall do that, great Archon. From now on, we will fight for Gothos together. Do you know where Helmotaros, the ancient capital of the Old Ones, is situated? I must find it. You were surely there in those days, weren't you? But before we discuss that, you must fly with me as soon as possible, down into the...
Fly? Of course I can fly. Nothing could be easier.
It may be warm here for a change, but it still doesn't look that inviting. What are we doing here anyway? Weren't we heading for Helmotaros?
I thought as much. Archon, why have you brought us here?
If I remember rightly, this is the former capital city of Old Ones. That's why I've landed here.
Oh, really? They had some very inventive builders. A little too Spartan for my liking.
Gothos has changed almost beyond recognition since I was caught at the top of the tower. The volcano was not as active in those days, and the outskirts of Helmotaros stretched as far as the valleys at the foot of the crater. The Old Ones used the volcanic part of Helmotaros as their troop headquarters.
It's all very interesting, but not quite what we're looking for, is it? What do we do now? Should we stay here, or fly on further?
I don't think it would hurt to explore this region. It's said that the Shah also lived near the volcano. Perhaps we'll meet someone who can tell us where to find Helmotaros. I can't imagine that Archon was mistaken. A city can't just disappear from the face of the earth. We'll proceed as follows. I'll explore the island on foot first in the direction of the volcano. If
Yes, okay. I'll stay with our big scaly friend here. Although I don't really want to let you go off alone. After my clumsiness at the snow bridge, I'd better give in a little, hadn't I?